Can a family of 4 really fit into this Enchanted Princess cruise cabin for a week? Let's find out.
Alright, we're on the hunt for our room. We figured that we are not all the way aft. It looks like the midship elevators will be the closest for us. And here we are, 226. Door unlocked. Yeah. Here we go. Oh look! Look! All of the luggage is here already.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. And they did it right. This is the room that has a drop-down bed from the ceiling. That's where you will be sleeping.
Nice.
Oh, this is nice. First impressions, everyone. Is that the room is nice? All right, we're going to give you a tour of the room. Okay, so we are in room A226, the Aloha deck, which is really level 12 or floor 12. It's just off of the midship elevators. The one thing that I do like so far is odd cabins are on one side of the ship, even are on the other, so it makes it a little bit easier to find your room. We're going to take you on a tour of this cabin. There are 4 of us, of course, traveling on this trip in one room, so this should be fun. The one thing I'm seeing right away that I'm loving is that there are no connecting doors. So let's just take a walk through. Okay, starting at the door, the first thing to note is that the muster station is the theater for this particular cabin. When you come in, you'll see your muster station. We are more forward than we were aft. We came in the aft elevators, but we'll probably use those elevators right here. You have a hook here to hang your things. They do give you a card so that you can keep your lights on. Here are a number of switches. We'll find out what each of those does in a moment. Okay, backing up from the door and turning to my right, there's a nice little alcove here. And I had heard about this, and tell me how you feel about it in the comments below. But there is not a door to the closet here. So that's interesting, and I am happy to see that there are a number of hangers. I did bring some travel hangers. They have gone ahead and bought our luggage in for us, which is really nice. Let's see what's in this cubby. Okay, so you have a cubby, which is like extra storage space. You have a safe, which you might be able to get an iPad in here. You definitely will not be able to put your laptop in there. And you have a few rows of shelving here. I do like the size of this closet space. So if you are traveling 4 in a room as we are on this trip, we should have plenty of space for our things. So turning to the left here is the bathroom. Okay, as with all of these cruise bathrooms, please watch your step. Oh, look at this, we have a real bathtub. Who knew? All right, here are the towels. These are soft. A real bathtub, shower combination. Looks like they do give you shower gel and probably shampoo. Let's check it out. Shampoo and conditioner, shower gel. You have just the one shower head, but it looks like you can take it down and use it as a wand. And you have your clothes dryer. This is a sizable bathroom considering that I am standing in the middle of a cruise ship. You have plenty of shelving here, so we won't be running into each other. It looks like they do have an outlet back here for your shaver. Yep, just flip that open. That's for your shaver. Then over here you have lotion and soap. There's only one sink. They have extra toilet paper here, as well as the garbage can down there, and more storage space along with the bath mat if you need it. And here's the lighted mirror. Hello everyone. Okay, we are going to leave the bathroom and take a look at the rest of the cabin, but before we do that, there are hooks here for your jammies or your towels. All right, next up, coming out of the bathroom and turning to your right, you will find a full-length mirror. I do love a full-length mirror. You could check yourself out before you head out. I love that. And then turning to your left, you have a little space here. You could drop your things, extra storage on your way in and out of the room. Here's another mirror, so you're not starved for mirrors. And let's talk about the details in this room. It's like a mini tray ceiling. Nice, very, very fancy. And looking at the bed, I do believe this is a queen size bed. You could split it up into two beds, so there would be a twin bed. Over here you have more drawer space. I do see a charging port there. You have a drawer space here. You've got more cubby space here, another drawer down there. This does seem to be the only space to charge on this side of the bed. Let's check out the other side. Then we're going to find out what all of the switches do before we move on. On the wall here, you'll find a TV facing the bed. You'll also find some old school controls for the temperature. This is not digital. Then coming over here, you have your privacy curtain so that you can separate out the room. And then you have two. So this I really like. This is technically a mini suite. So that if somebody is staying over here, and of course they are on this trip, you have like your own private space here, and it's really nice and spacious. There is another side table or nightstand, if you will. There is not a lamp on the one on the right, but there is one here on the left. Again, just the one charging port, similar to the drawer on the other side. You have your remote control for the television, your lamps, and then over here you turn out into the couch. And this is a full-size couch. So I'm going to be curious to see how this turns into a bed. We'll show you that later. And then looking up at the ceiling, you'll see that there is another bed in the ceiling that will drop down so that you have an upper and lower berth, if you will. And then over here on the right, you have more outlets. Good to see. You have your European outlets. You have your US plugs. We'll look at all of those papers in a moment. You have more drawer space. Oh, just found the hair dryer as well. Checking that out. That's a Conair. And then you have two more drawers there. Over here you have more storage and shelving space. This of course also becomes storage space. Over here you have a desk and the third mirror in the room. Hello everyone. You have a phone, in-room phone, another outlet here. There are not a lot of outlets in this room, so you need to bring yourself a cruise safe plug, and I'll show you the one that we happen to have and we bring with us. And then here is your fridge or your cooler. Let's see how cold it is. Yeah, it's just a cooler. It's just going to keep things barely cool. Actually, it feels a little warm down there. And then over here, you have the second TV in the room. Now, this is interesting. This is a mini suite, and there are two televisions. I really, really like that. And I like the appointments in the room. I like the beige and the dark brown. I like the fact that you do have marble accents, real marble. So this is really very, very nice. The artwork is lovely. Let's see what these switches do. So just trying out the different switches over here. What happens? Oh, okay. That turns this one off and on. This turns on the one over here, and then there was light. And then let's see what the ones over here by the bed do. Oh, it just turned on the overhead lights. So you can control all of the lights in this room from the switches. Let's take a look at our view from our balcony. So we always try to get balcony staterooms. Yeah, I have to be honest with you guys. I don't cruise any other way. If I don't have a balcony, I'm not going. Sorry, not sorry. It's a little bougie, but it's me. I'm being real. Let's take a look at our balcony. Okay. Oh, this was not locked, or was it? All right, can I unlock this? Okay, here we go. Watch your step. Oh, okay. This is nice. So this is the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal. We arrived over here where you see the arrows coming towards us, and you still see some cars arriving. This was a little bit chaotic when we arrived this morning, and then over there to the left you'll see the building where we went in. They had people lined up in the stanchions, and then we just basically sat in that big warehouse. So this is technically Red Hook. Red Hook has its own artsy vibe. So if you are visiting New York, I would say definitely give it a visit. And you can come over here. You'll see there's a dock, and this dock has different ferries that'll take you different places. They'll take you to Lower Manhattan. So if you were staying in the city, leaving from the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal, and happened to be by one of the boat docks that would bring you over here, it would be a super easy commute. Tell us how you feel about this. I can see into the cabins below me. I don't think I like that. If I was in one of those rooms down there, I think I'd be upset. How do you guys feel? As I look up, you cannot look into our balcony from above me. I would be upset if I were on, maybe that's 10 and 9. So out here on the balcony, you have 2 chairs. What's really surprising is this is like a mini highboy. It's not one of those low chairs, low tables that you normally see. And these chairs look really comfortable. So, and they recline. Look at that. Balcony, I would say, is bigger than the one that we had on NCL, yet smaller than the one we had on Disney. But I like the furniture. So, which should always be great as we are arriving in the different ports. So let's take a look at all of the papers that are on the console there. My mom's already going through them. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what we found on the counter. Some of these things I expect are standard, but there are 2 glasses here and a bottle opener. You'll see our shore excursion tickets are here for tomorrow. So we'll talk about that in a moment, what tours we're doing. Then you have some other materials on the cruise ship itself, over 50% in savings. We'll have to look at that. And then Princess Patter. So this looks like, oh look, they have a paper. What's going on? I thought we could only do this on the app, so that's good. Talks a bit about the Wi-Fi. And I think we have to watch our muster, and they have a whole bunch of different offers in here. Oh yes, and let's talk about the muster drill for a second. So you, as I was starting to say at the beginning, you do have to visit your muster station. We have to watch the safety video on the TV, listen out for the announcements. Okay, Canadian Border Security, looks like we have some papers we have to fill out as we are visiting Canada on this trip. All right, so we have come back in our room from dinner, and this is what the beds look like made up over here. So Paul will be on the bottom, little guy will be on the top, and it looks comfy cozy. You have some bars here so you shouldn't be falling out, and your stepladder. So this looks nice. And of course, the television and the privacy curtains. So this should be interesting. Plenty of room, even with these beds down. So this is a good size room. Right, I hope that you enjoyed this tour of the room. What we are going to do next is we are going to let you know, after we've lived in this room for a few days, what we think about it. As you know, we're a family of 4. Was it comfortable for the 4 of us to sleep in here? What was the bed like? We'll also let you know more about the technology aboard the ship, what we thought about the TVs and everything. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you soon. All right, let's do a little talk about tech. So this is the screen that you will see when you are in your cabin. You can see that there are multiple ways to help you understand and navigate your day. You can book your shore excursions. You can book dining. Over here on the left, you will find guest services if you need it. This is where we came to watch our safety video on day 1. And as a reminder, everyone needs to be in the cabin. They can tell that you're in the cabin by looking at your medallion. One good thing is that the movies are free, so you don't have to pay extra for the movies. And there's quite the complement of movies available. You can also listen to music. Of course, there's live TV if you're interested. And then you can change your room status to service your room or if you want privacy. So the other thing to note is that your medallions are pretty powerful. So you can even just walk up to your room. It'll identify you and unlock your door. The medallions are also great for when you're ordering room service. They know exactly where you are if you're ordering food aboard the ship. And it's been really helpful for tracking my family. So when I'm looking for someone who spends time in the casino, I know exactly what machine they're sitting at by just tracking her on the app. You can turn off those location services if you'd like. I think it's really helpful if you have a little that's roaming the ship by themselves, or you've given some autonomy to. You'll be able to locate them, lickety-split. So now that we've had a few nights to sleep in the room and live in the room, let's talk about how we feel about it. So we all agree that the beds are comfortable. We have asked our room steward to make up the living space so that we can use that space when we come back from touring. We sit around, we watch movies. If we order room service, which we have done, that way we'll be able to use it. So let's talk about the bathroom. Surprising to me, with 4 people, 3 adults and a 3/4 of an adult in the room, it has been really easy to use. It's been really easy to navigate. In fact, it's one of the neatest spaces in our room. It's roomy enough. If you have littles, there is a tub, so that'll be great, so you can use the tub for bath time. The other thing that I was a little unsure about, but am turning out to love, is the closet. Because there are no doors, all 4 of our clothes are hanging there, no issues. All of our luggage is in that space, absolutely no problem. So this room does work for 4 people. I would not put a 5th person in here, but 4 is absolutely optimal. Let's spend a moment talking about service. So Enchanted Princess and Princess Cruise Lines in general, this is supposed to be a luxury cruise line. So is it luxury? That is in the eye of the beholder. So what I have learned on this trip is luxury is unique to each individual and what you think is luxurious. I think the room is amazing. The design, the amount of space that we have, it gives me luxury. I think the service has really been very, very good across the ship, from our room steward to everyone that we've encountered as far as the crew aboard the ship. Everyone has been very helpful. Everyone has been really accommodating, friendly, everything. So the service gives me luxury vibes. What else would be luxury would be the food. So the main dining room, the food has been good across the board in the main dining rooms, I would say. Where I find that there's room for improvement is in the buffet. While there is a nice selection of food, I have been underwhelmed by the flavors and the taste of the food in the buffet. So here's the question: is Princess Cruise family friendly? We have been on NCL, RCL, Disney Cruise Line, and by far this is the least family friendly cruise that we have been on. We went to a presentation where the officer said that they are changing. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the dailies, you'll see that there's nothing going on for families around the ship. You have to go to the kids club to actually get a schedule, whereas on other ships, the schedule is just part of the daily. There are very few kids on the ship, which could work out for you if you just want to try it out and see if your kids will like the clubs. The clubs seem to be very small as well. So if you're coming on looking for family-friendly activities, a great kids club, they're not there yet. Is this good value? Yes. So for the 4 of us in this room, 7-night cruise is about $5,000. The 3rd and 4th person were free, except for port taxes and what have you. So it was a really great value. Would we do Princess again? Yes, with 2 things considered. It has to be going to a destination that we want to go to, and the price has to be right. At this point, this cruise line is still very much for the mature audience. It's very sedate. As my mother said, there are many lounges for people to just do nothing but lounge. It's got a very, very chill vibe, but not in the way you want chill to mean.
Have you ever cruised on Enchanted Princess? Let us know what your cabin was like in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this tour of our mini-suite aboard the Enchanted Princess, and be sure to check out our Enchanted Princess playlist for more of our adventures on this trip. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you know when the next adventure begins. And no matter where your next adventures take you, we hope that you enjoy the journey. Bye now.